Multiply and divide mixed numbers. Example 1. A chewy bar recipe calls for 5 1/4 cups of brown sugar. If 1 wanted to scale a recipe by 2.5, how many cups of brown sugar would the recipe call for? So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply these two mixed numbers together. So the first thing we're going to do is convert this into an improper fraction because it's always easier to multiply or divide that way. So the first thing we do is go 5 times 4, so that's 20 plus this 1. So 21 is our new numerator, and we keep our denominator. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Keep our denominator. So now we're going to go ahead and multiply these two together. And we don't see any way we can reduce before we multiply because there's no common factors we can divide out. So we're going to just go ahead and just multiply what's on the top and we'll multiply what's on the bottom together. So 21 times 5 is 105. 4 times 2 is 8. Now we're going to convert this improper fraction back to a mixed number. So we have 105, and then 8 can go into 105 how many times? So 8 can go into 10 one time. Go ahead and subtract. We get 2 because 10 minus 8 is 2. We go ahead and bring that down. The 5, 8 can go into 25 3 times, so that's 24. We go ahead and subtract, we get 1. So this is our remainder. This is our whole number, and this is our denominator that stays the same. So we have 13 1/8. So that's what the recipe would call for now. So let's look at another example. Example 2, a chocolate chip cookie recipe calls for 3.5 cups of flour. If you have 17 1/4 cups of flour left in your pantry, how many batches of chocolate chip cookies can you make? So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and change these to improper fractions. So 17 times 4. Well, let's just go ahead and just do it right here. 7 times 4 is 28, carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So we have 68 plus this 1, so we get 69 as our new numerator over 4. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So now let's go ahead and now to look at this. So we have 69. We have 69 over 4, and we're going to go ahead and change that sign to multiplication. And then we're going to take the reciprocal, right, of the second one. So that's 7 over 2. So we'll make it 2 over 7. Now before we go ahead and multiply, let's go ahead and go 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 69 times 1 is 69. 2 times 7 is 14. So let's look at to see how many times 14 can go into 69. So we have 69 divided by 14. Well, 14, let's look at 4. So 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So if we do it 4 times, we go ahead and subtract 56, and we get 13 below, which is great. So we couldn't go to 5, right? Because if we did 14 times 5, that would have been 70, right? Because we just would have gone 56 plus 14. So this is our whole number, this is our numerator, and this is our denominator. So what's our answer? Right, it's 13 over 14. So almost 5 batches we could make. Example 3. So we're going to solve for the following. So let's go ahead, like we've done before, we're going to convert these to improper fractions. 2 times 10, that's 20 plus 1, 21 over 2, and it's negative 1 and 5 over 16. 16 times 1 is 16 plus 5, so that's also 21, and then it's over 16. So let's go ahead, set this up. We're going to change this to multiplication. Take the reciprocal of the second one. So we're going to put 16 over 21. Then we're going to cross out these 21s, and they're just going to become 1, because 21 over 21 would just be 1. And then 16 divided by 2 is 8. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Then we just multiply what's on the top. So 1 times 8 is 8, and 1 times 1 is 1, so we just get 8.